friends, welcome to Mindful Monday with Tamara Vodovoz and the University of California, Davis, and the Live Well Department. I'm happy to be transmitting now from Cali, Colombia, and still staying connected with you from afar. Wherever you are in the world, we can still meet here and practice together. It's one of the amazing things of technology. So, as usual for our Mindful Monday class, we will start with some meditation and move on to a movement practice. So let's get started and set up your space to have enough room to move. So clear out the floor, roll out your yoga mat, a blanket, whatever you need to feel comfortable on the floor. Also bring out some cushions. If you have a meditation cushion, even better. Otherwise, you can just use regular cushions and that will work just as fine. You can straddle your cushion, so build up a little cushion pile. And you can straddle your cushions like this with your knees bent, feet back, or you can cross your legs. Whatever is more comfortable for you. Another option, always remember you can sit on the edge of the bed or the edge of a seat. As long as you're not leaning back or falling asleep. You want to stay awake for our meditation and cultivate that full presence, full awareness. So not losing consciousness or falling asleep, but actually being fully awake, fully present. So once you found your preferred seated position, go ahead and take your shoulders back and down a few times. Loosening up, creating some space. Inhale, take the arms up. Take your left wrist and pull it over to the right. Little side stretch. And release. Inhale, bring the arms up, and now pull the right wrist to the left. And release. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, reaching for your right knee with your left hand. And right hand, reach it all the way to the floor behind you. You can lean back a little bit and hold here in the twist for a few breaths. Maybe even moving your head a little bit to stretch the neck. Inhale, come back up, reach. Exhale, twist to the other side. Reaching all the way for the floor. And maybe moving your head a little bit to stretch out the neck. Inhale, come back up, reach up. Exhale, bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Release the hands. Let them rest on your thighs or your knees. Take a few deep breaths and settle in. Close your eyes or leave your eyes slightly open, just downcast, looking down towards the floor. notice and feel the movements of the breath as they happen naturally. And bring your attention to your own body, your own experience, your 5 senses. Letting the mind and the chatter of the mind, whatever words appear in our mind, be like a voice that's coming from the other room. So we don't pay so much attention to the chatter of the mind, but we'll practice bringing our attention to our more felt experience through our body. So for example, and we'll go 1 sense at a time. Open up to here with your whole body. So if you could hear through the skin, really listen to all the sounds around you. As you could feel the vibration of sound, not only in your eardrums, but also on your skin. Now bring your attention to your sense of touch. Feel the temperature of the room, the clothing on your skin. Maybe even if there's a slight breeze, can you feel it brushing the little hairs on your face and on your arms? And can you feel your hips, your glutes, your legs firmly grounded into your cushion? Now bring your attention to your sense of smell. Take a deep breath through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. And really see if you can perceive the smells in the room. Maybe you can perceive a little bit the smell of your own body, your clothing, your hair. And even if it's hard to smell, notice the sensations in your nose as you inhale. Maybe you can feel the cool air coming in through your nostrils and the warm air exiting the nostrils. Now bring your attention to the sense of taste. Notice the taste in your mouth. Take a deep breath. Exhale through your mouth and swallow. Relax the base of the tongue and relax your jaw, allowing some space between your teeth. And finally, bring your attention to the sense of sight. And even with your eyes closed, or with your eyes downcast and soft, perceive the play of shadows behind your eyelids. Relax your eyeballs, relax your eyelids. Relax the skin around your temples, allowing the face to be very soft. Letting your body remain in that immersion of the senses. We'll stay here for 3 more minutes in silence and stillness. deep breath. Exhale through your mouth. And softly bring your chin down towards your chest. Open your eyes, open your hands. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bowing to yourself, having a moment of gratitude for this body, for these senses, for the capacity to experience life, this life through this body. And gratitude, just immense gratitude, because it is quite a miracle to have this life and to have this awareness, this consciousness. It's a mystery that we still don't understand. Science cannot explain it. But through meditation, we can. And like an intimate relationship with that inner experience. So let's transition now to our movement practice. So let's come to our mats. Keep your cushions nearby. We'll use them in a moment. I am going to tilt the screen a little bit higher. Okay. All right. I like to keep the blanket in the center of the mat for my knees. So some extra padding. All right. So coming onto all fours. Just take a moment to let your head hang and to move a little bit side to side. Feel your shoulders, feel your hips, feel your spine. Take your hips around in big circles. And see if you can still maintain that awareness of the five senses. Change direction. Coming back to the center with your hands shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. On your inhale, arch the spine, look forward, shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, press your hands into the floor, lift your belly, look underneath, and keep going with your breath. Inhale, arch. Exhale, hollow out your body, lift the belly. 3 more. And keeping the hands and the feet where they are, just flip the toes so that they're in contact with the floor. And lift the knees, take the hips back. Extend the arms and reach your hips far behind you. Keep the knees slightly bent. And breathe into the back of the body.
Breathe and expand the back of the rib cage. Take your feet wide as your mat. Bend the knees a little bit. Keep breathing towards the back of your body. And slowly start walking your hands back towards your feet, little by little, inch by inch. Keep the knees bent and keep coming closer and closer to the feet until you're fully hanging. Cross the arms, holding onto opposite elbows. Let the head hang and sway side to side. Release the arms, keeping the knees bent. Start to slowly articulate the spine to roll up to standing. Last thing up is your head. All right. Standing with your feet wider than your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, wave the arms down. Repeat twice more, nice and slow. Just following the breath with the movement. Once more. This time, as you exhale, bend your knees, hinge your hips back, and touch the floor with your fingertips. Inhale, roll the spine up, back to standing, hands up together. Keep going with your breath. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips, touch the floor. Inhale, roll the spine up, reach the hands up, and keep going nice and slow with the breath. One more. And this time, reach the hands forward, walk forward and step the feet together for downward dog. And it's always okay to bend the knees a little bit and focus more on it, extending the spine. One more full breath to the back body. And on your exhale, lower the knees down. Take the hips back, child's pose. Letting your forehead come down towards the floor. And if it doesn't reach the floor, make a pillow with your forearms and rest your forehead on your wrist. Allowing your body to sink down into the floor. And slowly come up, back to all fours. Downward dog. On your inhale, take your left leg up. Reach it high behind you. Circle your ankles, spread your toes. Go both ways. Take a deep breath. And on your exhale, step your left foot forward and lower the back knee down. Okay. So if you have yoga blocks, or you need a little bit more space, you can have your hands on a chair or on your yoga blocks or on the floor. On your inhale, bring the hips forward, open the chest, shoulders back and down. Exhale, take the hips back, lift and spread your left toes. Press the heel down into the floor. Inhale, hips forward, open the chest. Exhale, hips back, lift and spread those left toes. Let's repeat twice more. Inhale, come back forward, ground your right hand into the floor. So there's a lot of space between the right hand and the left foot. Almost just as wide as your mat, more or less. And go ahead and extend the right leg. Open the left arm. Reach it high. Open the chest. And press your arms away from each other. Big breath. And exhale, return the hand down, step back to downward dog. Come forward to plank. And exhale down to your belly. Bend your knees and sway your feet side to side. You can make a pillow with your hands. Extend your legs. Bring the hands under the shoulders and a little bit wider. Take the shoulders back and down, away from your ears. Keep your head neutral. And on your inhale, press the hands into the floor. Lift the chest, keep the shoulders back and down, extend the spine. Exhale, lower down. Press back to child's pose. And take a few deep breaths here, letting the body sink down into the floor. Take a deep breath, exhale through your mouth. Back to all fours and downward dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Spread the toes, circle your ankle. And go both ways, change direction. Take a deep breath. Exhale, step it forward. And bring your foot down next to your right hand. Lower the left knee down. Remember, you can bring your hands up onto your yoga blocks or onto a chair to have a little bit more space for this movement. On your inhale, reach the hips forward, open the chest. Exhale, take the hips back, lift and spread the right toes. Keep going with your breath. Inhale forward. Exhale, hips back. Twice more. And bringing the hips forward, ground your left hand. And remember to create enough space between the left hand and the right foot. So about as wide as your mat. Lift the back knee and extend that back leg nice and strong. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Broadening across the chest, expanding through every limb. The feet pressing strong into the floor, left hand strong into the floor, right hand reaching high, top of the head reaching forward. Feeling the body, feeling the senses. And exhale, bring it down, step back to downward dog. Come forward to plank. And down to your belly. You can bring your knees down first. Bring your forehead to the floor, hands to the floor, below the shoulders and a little bit wider. Bend the knees, sway side to side. Extend the legs. Take the shoulders away from the ears, back and down. Press your hands into the floor. And lift the chest. Extending the neck, nice and tall. Squeeze the legs together, spread the toes. And exhale, bring it back down. Make a pillow with your hands. And let's take a few big belly breaths here. Take a deep breath, exhale through your mouth. Bring your hands under the shoulders, press back. And let's come to downward dog. Pedal your feet. And let's come down for a moment and let's look for our cushions. So we'll need our cushions for what we will do next. All right. Okay, so let's grab our cushions. We'll come into a more restorative type poses.
Make sure that you can fully see the floor. That looks good. Oops. All right, great. Let's bring our cushions to the floor. All right. And also, if you like to open the blanket, that can help as well. There's different ways we can use the blanket for restorative poses. We can also fold it up and make these little props. So this is also going to help us for our pigeon pose. So that is one option, is to fold your blanket in this way. And remember, if you don't have a blanket, it can also be a towel. You can get creative and use what you have at home. And if you don't have cushions, you can use the pillows from your bed. So there's lots of ways to adapt to what we have at home. All right, so let's keep these cushions close by. Come into downward dog. Lift your left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Let's take a few breaths here. And on your exhale, bring the knee forward. And just for a moment, rotate here, your foot side to side, and notice the rotation of the hips. We want to rotate the foot forward towards the right, and then bring the shin down to the floor. Now, depending on your hip mobility, for some people, it will be very difficult to bring the shin parallel to the front of the mat. For others, that might be accessible. So just work with whatever level of mobility your body is allowing today. So if you have the blanket rolled up, you're going to bring it right below your hips and settle down. So the blanket is across and it's right below, especially the left hip. Keep your left foot flexed, and that will protect your knee ligaments. Now, if you feel any pinching or sharp sensation in the knee, especially on the outer side of the knee, then you are torquing your knee, and we don't want that. So if the hip can't rotate externally, then it'll compensate at the knee. So if that's the case, bring the heel in closer to your hips, and that will relieve a little bit that tension. All right, so once you have adjusted and you're in a place where you're comfortable but still challenged, so you feel a nice stretch in the glutes and the thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows and bring your chest down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Let's repeat twice more, using the breath to ease our way in. I forgot to mention, if you're still very far from the floor and your hips don't come down, you can use one cushion to really lift yourself up more. So that cushion can come right below the hips. So this is another option. And after you've done your breaths, easing your way up and down, bring the other cushion really close to your belly and drape yourself over. Very important that your head has something to rest on. So either making a pillow with your forearms, or maybe a yoga block or another pillow under your forehead
and let your forehead melt down. Let your whole body melt down into the floor. And as we're here, come back to the sensation of the 5 senses, maybe checking one by one and noticing the sounds, noticing the sensations on your skin, noticing the smells, the taste in your mouth, the play of shadows behind your eyelids. And let yourself be completely absorbed in those sensations. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Press your hands into the floor and lift your chest. Move your cushions out to the side. If you have a cushion under your hip, go ahead and remove it. Swing your right leg across to the front. Bring your left thumb down. Reach for the pinky side of your foot. Press the leg out. Spread the toes. Keep the right hip low. Open the right arm and look back to the right. And look forward, cross your right ankle over the right knee. Squeeze the shin in towards your chest, neck long. Take the right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, cross the elbow over the knee and twist. Look over the right shoulder. Deep breath, exhale, release. And now turn to the left. Bring your left hand to the floor. Keep the feet where they are. Press the right foot into the floor. Keep the left knee down. Inhale, lift the hips and lift the right arm up and over. And release. Swing the right leg back. And downward dog. Pedal it out. Now inhale the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a few breaths here. Floor, you might need a cushion under your right hip, or the blanket might be enough. So you get to choose and adapt for your own needs. Keep the foot flexed. Avoid any pinching sensation in the right knee. Bring the cushion close to your belly. Drape yourself over and make sure that you have support for the neck and the forehead to rest on something. Coming back to your 5 senses, scanning through all the senses, checking in, staying fully present with your experience, fully awake, and relaxing, allowing your body to sink down towards the floor. Take a deep breath. Press your hands into the floor and come up. Remove your cushions, lean over to the right and swing the left leg forward. Right thumb down, catch the pinky side of your foot and extend it out. Bring your left hip down. Open the left arm and look back. Take a deep breath and bring your foot over the knee. Squeeze the shin in towards your chest, extend the spine. Take your left arm behind you to the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, cross the elbow in front of the knee and twist, looking over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Release and turn now to the right. Right hand down into the floor. Feet and knee down, nice and strong. And on your inhale, lift the hips, take the left arm up and over. And slowly release down. Remove your props and we'll come to lay on our back for our final resting pose. If you have those 2 cushions nearby, bring your legs top of the cushions and lay back. Make sure that the shoulder blades come down away from the ears, keeping your neck long. Let the arms rest by your side. And let yourself melt down into the floor. And coming back to the 5 senses. Perceiving all the sounds. Perceiving the sensations on your skin, the clothes on your skin, the temperature. Perceiving all the smells in the room. The taste in your mouth. And the play of shadows behind your eyelids. Just let yourself relax
and sink in for a few more breaths here. You're welcome to stay there resting for a little bit longer if you'd like. Enjoying this absorption into the senses and feeling your body after we practice meditation and gentle movement. Having also gratitude for having this time and space to take care of yourself, your well-being, and gratitude from my part for you to following these classes and accompanying me in this space, this virtual space, and hoping to see you again soon. So take care. Enjoy, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again here very soon. Ciao, ciao.